On a fateful day in 1781, aboard the notorious slave ship, the Conqueror, a group of enslaved African men and women found themselves shackled in the hold, their spirits dimmed by despair. Among them was a man named Kofi, known for his strength and wisdom. As the ship sailed across the treacherous Atlantic, Kofi's mind was a tempest of rage and determination, fueled by the stories of freedom he had heard whispered among his fellow captives. One evening, as the ship rocked gently on the waves, Kofi devised a daring plan. He knew that the ship's crew would be occupied with their evening meal and drink, leaving a few men on watch. He communicated his plan to the others, igniting a flicker of hope in their hearts. They would rise together, overpower the crew, and take back their lives. As nightfall descended, Kofi and a small group of fellow captives stealthily ascended from the hold. With an astonishing combination of stealth and strength, they surprised the crew, grappling with them in the dim light of lanterns swaying gently from the ceiling. Kofi fought valiantly, fueled by the cries of his ancestors echoing in his mind. With each crew member they subdued, their courage grew. Once they had overpowered the last of the crew, Kofi stood at the helm, his heart pounding with exhilaration. The ship, once a vessel of oppression, was now in the hands of the very people it sought to enslave. He turned the wheel and shouted commands to his fellow captives, rallying them to take control of their destiny. However, the fight was not over. The ship was still filled with fear and treachery. Some crew members had survived and were determined to reclaim control. In a climactic struggle, Kofi fought fiercely, throwing the remaining crew members overboard one by one. The ocean roared beneath them, a fitting backdrop to their rebellion. With the ship now their own, Kofi charted a course back to the shores of Africa. With every passing mile, the weight of their chains seemed to lift. As they neared the coastline, the sun rose, casting golden rays over the waters, illuminating their path to freedom. At last they landed on the sandy beaches of their homeland, where Kofi and his fellow captives stepped ashore, their hearts overflowing with a newfound sense of hope and freedom. Kofi had not only led a revolt, but had become a symbol of resilience and triumph over the dark shadows of slavery. His story, one of courage and defiance, would echo through generations, inspiring many to rise against oppression. The day that began in shackles ended in liberation, marking the dawn of a new chapter in their history. Kofi, the great escape artist, would be remembered as a hero who turned despair into hope.